Hi everybody. This is my website. My topic was Internet of Things. My name is Chad Cello. So let me just briefly describe how I made this. So as you can see from here, I did most of the coding in HTML. Here's all my HTML. We learned about this using Khan Academy. And then for my styling for my web sheet, I actually inserted here a external style sheet, and you can see that here. This is my external style sheet. Has all different kinds of designations, sizes, colors, and styles for all my different heading styles and paragraph styles and body styles and image styles and everything. Alright, so let's get into it. So this is my banner. I created this using layers with the video editing software called Pixlr. I actually dimmed this down, the background here, it was a brighter color, and then put all of these here, inserting different pictures that I found on the internet for this here, and this here. And then Internet of Things I wrote in with a text box, and then by Chad Cello with a text box. And these were layered so that these came up first before this banner image. Okay. And then this is my video. I recorded it on my iPhone, made it with WeVideo, and published it onto YouTube.
I think that the impact of the Internet of Things can be generally described with
This is my coworker at the IT office I work for.
individual when it comes to being able to access information from different places in all parts of the world, as well as on a more global level with infrastructure, with companies creating projects.
Okay, and then right here is the GIF we made, or the animation. We went to actually a website that helped us create this, so I uploaded the 3 different pictures, which were this picture, which is me with a few of my brothers, and then this is my background image, and then right up here in the corner is the logo that I created. For the logo, I had to make it so that the background was non-existent. I had to make it so that it floated on the page without a background, so there's no white edging here. It was all just open. Okay, and here's my abstract. I just explained how the Internet of Things is this group of devices that all connect to each other on the network, all connect to each other on the internet. It's ever growing. It encompasses all different things such as smartwatches, home security, automobiles. There's also like smart cities and sensors and everything, and those all kind of are added to the list. On a business level, it obviously helps out a lot with efficiency and with cutting down costs and cutting down waste. And then it also has implications in the home life, as we'll see later. Okay, and we'll move into my purpose page. All right. So the first question was indicate the name of the innovation and provide a clear description of its intended purpose. So here I just put some smartphones, how they're all different devices, but they kind of connect with each other over the internet. Obviously, everyone knows you can kind of iMessage. You can also, go onto the internet. And there's all different kinds of things that kind of go into that, and all the different applications and all the different sensors that read the weather and give you maps is obviously a big part of Internet of Things. All different kinds of things that have to do with it. So I just wanted to point out that the Internet of Things is an overarching theme and idea. It's not really specifically one thing. It's a bunch of different interconnected devices, all different applications and tools and hardware that we use every day. Once again, it is ever growing, and it's kind of just trying to make everything more seamless, trying to make everything work together as one cohesive unit, like a system. One of the biggest ways you can see is the increase in smart technology, and I thought this image here was really good because it has all these different devices all connecting to phones, smartwatches, tablets, laptops. These are all different everyday devices that weren't previously connected to the internet that now are because of the Internet of Things. All right, let's move into my effects and impacts page. Okay, so here's another video I had right here that I added. I'll play a little bit of it. It's just a video that kind of went along with the topic.
One and all present here. Today we are here to present a video on a current technology which is the embedded system. One such technology is Internet of Things. Let's see how Internet of Things impacted our day-to-day life. First comes the healthcare. In olden
All right, so it kind of gets into more specifics of all the different businesses and all the different industries that it helps and how it helps with those different things. Okay, so explain a benefit or harmful effect of the innovation. So this right here is kind of showing how the number of these devices are increasing, and you'll kind of see from my answer why that relates, because I talk about the seamless ability of the hardware. So the hardware is all very connected. It's all on the internet now, which is huge, which is growing vastly, and now it's making it so that our lives are easier, that everything is much more efficient because everything can kind of talk to each other. Everything can be on the same page. It communicates large chunks of data with each other, trying to kind of add to that interconnectivity, add to that network, and make everything run a little smoother. Um, so there's obviously plenty of benefits, but I think a big harm is the fact that now that there's so many things on the internet, there's much more vulnerability. Everything is obviously prone to a malicious threat. It's a matter of time until someone finds out a way to crack into a software, crack through a firewall, and then that can lead to a whole world of trouble, and that can lead to your personal data or just any other personal information kind of getting out into the public, getting out to people who shouldn't probably have it, and it can cause a ton of problems. And then I kind of went into explaining the impact that innovations had on the society or the economy or the culture. And one of I think my main point about this is that Internet of Things isn't really a hard set of things. It doesn't really have a very specific definition. It's kind of lucid. It kind of talks about many things. It's many devices on a very large network. So not a lot of people have heard of Internet of Things. 58% of people said that they didn't ever hear of Internet of Things, which is kind of surprising, but also kind of makes some sense because it's more of a concept than an actual thing that exists. It's not really a definitive device that you can say, oh, that is the Internet of Things. It is just one thing on the internet that is a part of what we refer to as the Internet of Things, but it also has an incredible impact on our society. We use it on such a large scale. There's billions and billions of devices that are connected to the internet, and they all communicate with each other on such a large scale. And that communication helps society run a little better. It helps our economy run better. It helps everything run better. And it's also obviously, as I said before, has a lot of drawbacks, but the impact that it has can sometimes be overlooked, but can't really be overstated. It is what it is. It's huge. It's great for industry. It's great for the environment. It's great for everything. It's only a matter of time before it kind of takes a deeper role into our society. So this next question asks, indicate one field other than computer science which this innovation has impact or has a potential impact, and then describe the impact. So the one I kind of expanded upon was the home industry, the home appliance industry. So I think you can start with looking at things like Amazon Alexa and Google Home, which is kind of just like an interactive speaker that can help you with things. You can start your shopping list or add things to your shopping list and order things on Amazon. Google Home, I assume, is kind of the same deal. And but the other great thing about this is you can connect these things to things like your light hubs, where you got all your lighting kind of connected on one single network, And then your home security, you can get that online, so you can access that from your phone when you're not home, or access that from different applications with the Amazon Alexa or the Google Home. And even those smart refrigerators, they can see how much food you have left, and when you need to buy more eggs, when you need to buy more milk, and that kind of stuff. And that may seem like a thing of like something someone lazy would kind of do, or someone who's in the tech field and kind of wants these new gadgets, but it really helps with people who are maybe elderly or disabled, who can't really do a lot of the things that they want to do, and they really have a better home life if they could have these things kind of do their things on their own. So let's move into technical aspects page. So how a user interacts with the page, with the innovation. I basically said that users interact with it on a variety of levels. There's all different devices, all different hardware that are connected to the internet. The possibilities are kind of endless when it comes to that. And then a good example is like turning on your home security from your cell phone, which we just covered. Cell phones connect to the internet, and then you open an application, it communicates with the alarm system at home, and it turns it on. And then describe in detail how the innovation technology incorporates at least one of the big ideas of abstraction, algorithms, programming, and our internet. Obviously, I covered internet a lot. It wouldn't be possible without the internet. The interconnectivity is the whole point of the Internet of Things. It allows us to send messages, to send data across the uh, the internet, across the network. It can even do this without human interaction. It can pick up information from sensors and have it sent somewhere to kind of update efficiency, to make things run better. And then it also, I feel like, does a lot with programming. There's a lot of programming that goes into all these devices to kind of have them fulfill commands that you want them to do, fulfill needs that you want them to fulfill, and to interact with each other over the network. So obviously that takes a lot of programming as well. And then, oops, sorry, I skipped a page. Let's go relationship to data and how it consumes data. It takes in information as data as an input, obviously. The input is the kind of data it collects from its sensors, from the user, from whoever's trying to get some action done. And then the output, obviously, is whatever it has it do. So if you want to turn on the lights, the input would be, hey, turn on the lights. And then the output would be, okay, we understand that message to be turn lights on, and they turn the lights on. Or it could be something like a traffic light has a sensor, and it sees the average wait time for a car on different ends of the street, and it says, okay, maybe we should have this green light last this many seconds, and this green light last this many seconds, and that would increase productivity and increase the fairness in getting from one place to the other, so no one's waiting at the traffic stop for too long. And then the other one was describe at least one data storage concern, data privacy concern. I mean, the biggest concern obviously is the internet. If you have one vulnerable device, that can open up your whole network to a whole host of problems. And having more things on the internet obviously opens you up to more problems and more potential for that kind of thing to happen, which isn't a good thing, obviously. So it's a huge problem, the fact that everything's on the internet and everything can be hacked. At the same time, you kind of just got to weigh the risks, know your options, know what you can do, what you should do, know what can happen, and try and kind of just keep your personal information off there as much as possible. Or if you do have it on there, have it in very secure, updated places. Make sure your firewall is updated, make sure your software is updated, make sure your firmware is updated, and that way, hopefully, nothing will go wrong. All right. So now we'll move into my references. Here's 3 of my references. I'm just going to go into one of them here. So this reference is ZDNet, and it actually has this little video here, and then it has a whole list of different things to help me out with my project. I actually covered a lot of information in this article. A lot of the information I got for my prompts came from this article right here. It has a ton of good information, has a ton of good factoids, a ton of really good numbers. It's quantitative, it's qualitative. Here we can go into the smart homes and all the different things that helps with. And yeah, and if any of you want more information, please visit my page, chadchilla.vps.cs.uri.edu, Internet of Things, and thank you.